So are you saying that we are all living in a dream?
Something like that.
So should we just
Not
let
wake up?
go? Or-
Yes, let go, exactly. Not easy, but
I know. I mean, it's more than let go. I think that's why there are people who practice Buddhism and get into this round of very, let's just say, mind-boggling, because it's just totally opposite of what we've been learned since childhood, and the whole life is learning about institutions, about following rules, about keeping yourself into the box.
yes.
We never taught to go out of the box. So, I mean, that's why people go crazy.
Well, this is why I was saying,
You can go crazy if you continue to think along the path. I mean, along the... You seriously can go crazy if your mind
Yes.
is not ready for it.
yes. Okay. First of all, I said yesterday, right at the beginning, that all the cultural stuff, traditional stuff, I don't want to reject them, but let us always think that they are not necessarily the Buddha Dharma. They really serve important purpose, but let them not hijack the truth of the Buddha Dharma. And you gave us such a really heartfelt
Can I have
example.
just one last
Yeah.
sort of before I lost my thought? So this waking up, what is this waking up? And you also define, I initially thought that the relative existence is what the science is doing now, is really the most smallest elements. And of course, these elements, science keep exploring and keep finding, and these elements is changing. So end of the day, the way that I look at the real truth, there's actually no real truth. It's all relative, depending on the human minds and the human exploration, because there's thousands of galaxies out there we don't even know. So, but of course, that's just sort of, I mean, I'm coming here and seeking help. Actually, I had sought your help when I was 21.
Oh, really?
And I lost 33 years.
Okay.
And so this thing is like, so as a human beings that having a job, having a family, having all these world problems to deal with, I hope you can give us some directions on, in order to liberate ourselves, what should we do? How do we wake up? How? And we wake up, where are we? Hopefully not in mental hospital.
First, I have to do a bit of a disclaiming here. I don't know whether, I can really sort of parrot what is written here. But there are, you have really heartfelt questions there, which I appreciate. And actually, first I should tell you, your question is your answer. I think this feeling awkward, feeling unsettled, feeling very disoriented with this mundane life. As a Buddhist, as a follower of the Buddha, I will pray that you will have this more and more. Because as a follower of the Buddha, my aspiration is, why should you feel comfortable and secure in this never going to be comfortable, never secure samsaric life? You should always feel a bit strange in this. It is what we call genuine seeking mind. It's a very good step. And as you also express in your questions, that yes, at times it's going to be very scary, because we will be outcasted. But this is a conscious decision you have to make, because you have spent enough time fixing your toilet, and soon your daughter is going to have her son, who will have his toilet that need fixing. And as a good mother or a grandmother, you will feel responsible to fix the third generation toilet we are talking about. Should you be content with weekly praise that you get from the fellow grandmother who says, oh, you are doing a good job as a grandmother. Should you just settle with that? Or should you just think, well, I should look for a higher truth. I will never, ever, ever come to a truly existing toilet fixed state. Ever. Now, in order to not make this as a selfish sort of taking a long holiday from the family responsibility, follow the footsteps of Siddhartha, who was so depressed, learning that he is going to die, his beloved son Rahula is going to die, his beloved wife Yashodhara is going to die. He really wants to solve this problem. He thought, what's the point of just serving them for, like this illusory, short-lived, life if I can't fix this cyclic existence? So actually he sneaked out of the palace for them. Now there's one element of your question, what is awaken, the enlightenment? That's a difficult one. That's a difficult question. For most of us, enlightenment at this point, at the moment, we are portraying enlightenment from our emotional point of view. So it's usually a long, never-ending holiday, so to speak. So-called real enlightenment, it's almost unfathomable in this deluded mind. Sometimes when I try to fathom about the real enlightenment, it's kind of, really like the ultimate state of boredom from my emotional point of view. Can't enjoy a good movie. I've said this before. You can't watch a suspenseful movie because there's no suspense, because everything. Time has no past, no present, no future. Who is doing what, everything. So how? No suspense, no surprise birthday parties, nothing. We are still a victim of our conditions. We are still victim of our cause and condition. Our cause and condition has given us a stomach. They've even given us a bladder. And those are calling now.
然后他们现在呼唤着我们，召唤着我们。
Okay.